And there we go. We are live.
Hello.
Welcome in tonight, guys.
Happy Wednesday night. It's not even eve anymore.
Yeah.
It's nighttime.
I am Corey.
I'm Lori. Uh-oh. Excuse me.
And we are Mountains to Sea crew.
And we're coming to you live from Mid-Mountains, right?
Yeah. Midweek Mountains.
Midweek
Yep.
Mountains.
Why do we call ourselves Mountains to Sea crew?
Oh, well, because we live in the mountains.
We live in the mountains. We vacation at the sea mostly.
Well, no, I mean, we do stuff around here too.
We do other stuff, but yeah. Our big trips normally are somewhere around the ocean.
Yeah, somewhere warm. Yeah.
But tonight, what we want to talk about,
we're going to break it wide open.
Yeah, we're going to kind of spill the beans.
You just have to make us a promise, though.
Yeah, keep it a secret, right?
Well, maybe, but don't move here. Yeah. There's not a lot of room, and we don't want to become huge, big.
Yeah, for sure. So we live. What's that?
Over there. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we live at the southern border, basically, of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, in a little mountain county called Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our county is the steepest county in the state.
Which I just found out.
Yeah. Just
like 2 minutes before we went live. I didn't know that.
From the highest elevation to the lowest elevation, we are the steepest county in the state. And most of the county is mountains. There's not much flatland at all. Our county was basically the cast-offs from the counties around us when it was formed back in the late 1800s. Because the other counties didn't want it anymore. They're like, those mountains are too difficult to deal with. So they got rid of our county or our portions of land and created a new county.
And Jackson County is a very large county.
It is. It's a fairly large county. It doesn't have a huge population.
Well, it's because it's mountainous.
Yeah, I think we have maybe 80,000 people total in this county. So, and it's fairly large. I mean, to get from where we live kind of on the northern end of the county down to the southern end of the county would probably take you almost an hour of driving. Of course, that's through windy mountain roads too.
Right.
So,
which is mileage. It's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tonight we want to talk about why people come to this area, right? What is it about Jackson County, Sylva, North Carolina?
Well, you got Sylva, Dillsboro.
Yeah, you've got Sylva, Dillsboro, Cullowhee, Whittier, Cherokee. The Cherokee Indian Reservation is kind of in the northern end of the county. And, of course, Cashers, Glenville, Cashers, and all those down towards the south end.
What about Webster? There's the other one.
Webster, yep. Yeah. So anyway, why do people come to our mountain community? Well,
other than the fact that it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, yeah. We've got a little bit of everything here.
We do.
You know, they call it the middle of the most.
That was a tagline a long time ago.
Tagline a long time ago. They're still using it to some extent, but what happens is people will stay in Sylva and then they'll go out to the hundreds of other things that you can do around here.
Mm-hmm.
People come in town because of our university. Mm-hmm. Hey, Carnival Cruise addicts. Heading to bed soon, but wanted to stop by. Thank you for coming in. So yeah, Western Carolina University is located just not too far away from where we are. That brings a lot of people to our community.
It does.
And of course, we're in the mountains. You know, we're a short drive from the entrance to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Yes, we are.
We're a short drive from the Blue Ridge Parkway. And being the steepest county in the state, October is our busiest tourist month. Mm-hmm. So we figured, what a better time than a couple of weeks before October to tell people about our beautiful home and why you should come here.
Thank you.
Share it out. Thank you, CCA.
Appreciate that.
So with Jackson County, one of the nice things about it, especially during the October season, people come up here to look at leaves. the color
They
season.
call it leaf season.
Leaf season. Yep.
Mhm.
They come out up to see the leaves changing colors. And the beautiful thing about our county is that elevation change that we were talking about earlier. Since we go from 5,000 feet or such all the way down to probably 2,000 feet around where we live.
We're like 20.
You got a very large range there. And so at the higher elevations, starting October 1st, you'll start to see the leaves change. And as you go through the month, the leaves start coming down in elevation. So
it might even be the end of September.
Yeah,
too.
pretty much whenever you're here, whenever you come, somewhere within this county, you can see those leaves in full fall colors. So
foliage.
The full fall foliage season. Yes. So that's why October is our busiest month.
Yes.
But there are things to do here, or at least be based out of this area, and go see pretty much year round. Of course, you got the Smoky Mountains National Park. If you drove through the Smoky Mountains National Park, you could get to Gatlinburg, Sevierville in about, an hour and a half, I think?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, I just need to rewind just a little bit because you were talking about the national park. And if you guys saw, I didn't do it today. So yesterday I posted about Cataloochee.
Yep.
I went to Cataloochee, and that's part of also in the National State Park. It's in a national park. It's in a different. It goes into a different county though. I think because it was Waynesville, and I didn't know that. But
right, and that's what you went over there and you saw elk because it's rutting season.
Yep, I saw some. Well, I didn't see that stuff, but I did. I did see 8 elk and a lot of crows and.
I think it was
pretty cool.
Probably about 20 years ago.
I saw some
turkeys
too.
Yeah. About 20 years ago, they reintroduced elk into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And of course, the animals don't know where the park is, so they're everywhere. They get out of the park and they go into farmland.
It's their national habitat as well.
Habitat,
or
natural
habitat.
Sorry.
Oh my God, I can't speak. Maybe I'll just walk away now.
Yeah.
No, and so it was so successful that they actually opened hunting.
Did they?
Yes,
I hadn't heard that. Wow.
That's a recent
thing.
Yeah, but because it's been so successful and they've grown so well.
So, what else is there to do in our beautiful area? We're just kind of talking about that. Another thing you can do within a 30-minute drive from Silva, you can go over to Bryson City and take the Great Smoky Mountain Railroad.
Which was what was on our thumbnail.
Yeah, that was on our thumbnail. We took a trip with them last fall.
We did.
Took a sunrise trip up through the Nantahala Gorge and back and along Lake Fontana. And we had breakfast and lunch. Or no, was it just breakfast? It was just breakfast. Yeah. But it was a neat trip, and they had coffee and hot chocolate and all that kind of stuff. It was cool.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Of course, during the summer months, if you come up here, then it's also pretty big tourist season.
Yeah,
not quite as big as October. But
July would be the second most popular month.
A lot of people come up here because there's just so much to do. Of course, any time of the year you can go hiking, you can go see the waterfalls. Hey, Scott. So actually we got a couple of questions here. Have you always lived there? My family is from Silva, where we're living now. I only lived here during the summers growing up. I would come up every summer and spend it with my grandparents here. In fact, we're living in their house now. But Lori and I met in Florida. So
yes,
I lived in Tampa or the Tampa area. Lori lived in Fort Lauderdale. We met on a camping trip in the middle of the state, and the rest is history.
Yeah, now you guys know all kinds of stuff about us now.
Yeah. We have lived here in Silva for the past, I guess it's 8 years now, huh? 2016 we moved here.
Yeah.
So,
actually, a few days ago was
Scott with Controversy.
Hello,
Cruising. Welcome in. and
Destination Fun. Hello.
Oh,
Tampa.
Destination
Yes.
Fun.
So
Yeah.
we lived right outside of there in Riverview.
Yeah, we lived in Riverview when we lived in Florida.
Yeah.
But we never cruised out, or at least when we were together, we never cruised out of Florida.
No.
Yeah.
Our first cruise was last year. In fact, today I got a picture from last year on our first cruise together.
Oh, yeah?
On the Freedom. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So.
But we did go to St. Martin a lot. Every year.
Yeah, but that's different.
Yeah.
We're talking about Western North Carolina.
We're talking about Western North Carolina.
Yeah.
All right. So back.
And all the things that that there is to do. I mean, we mentioned the parks. You mentioned other places, but right in our backyard, not necessarily our backyard, but like in an immediate area, you can hike. There's
lots of trails.
Yeah, there's
both in the Smoky Mountains National Park or just county trails.
Yeah, even at WCU, Western Carolina University, they have public trails as well. In fact, I worked
mountain
on
biking trails.
Mountain biking is huge around here. Yeah.
And of course, all the water. During the summer, people go tubing.
Whitewater rafting.
Whitewater rafting. Or
if you do that, I recommend. It used to be $35. I don't know if it still is, but get a guide. They do most of the work.
Yep.
And they also got him thrown off too.
Yeah.
Ruined our Insta 360, but
yeah. So yeah, we never actually aired that video because
you lost everything.
Yeah, I lost all of the video from one of the cameras.
Yeah.
And I had a battery sealing issue on the other camera, and so yeah, we only had it like half of the.
Normally, you don't fall out because the guide actually takes good care of you. Yeah. But this one, I think, because Corey had all the gear, wanted something exciting to happen. So
he wanted something exciting to happen.
So just right, and he went bloop right in.
Yeah.
So.
He tipped me off of it. And that was in the Nantahala Gorge. We went out with Nantahala Outdoor Center.
Yeah.
And took a whitewater rafting trip. That was last summer.
Yeah.
You can also go tubing in Deep Creek in Bryson City.
Yeah, and there's hiking there as well, and bike riding. Yeah.
Yeah, all that over there in Bryson City.
And that's a little more. Not that NOC is big rapids or anything, but Deep Creek just seems to be a little more floaty.
Yeah, Deep Creek is a very shallow creek.
A little slower. And then there's the Tuckasegee also, which we've done. Yeah.
Yeah, Tuckasegee runs right through Silva.
Yeah.
And
that's fun for a nice leisure kind of.
Yeah, you can either float down with on a tube, or do
kayak,
like you get a rubber ducky.
Oh, yeah, those were fun. I did that.
People kayak. We actually bought inflatable kayaks. That
mine's still a virgin.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a chance to take those out this year.
No, but I do want to tell a story about us going down the Tuck. So here's a test of marriage and getting along very well. So Corey was in a tube, and I was in. I worked at the rec center at the time, and I was in a rubber ducky, which was amazing. And I guess you were
a rubber ducky. It's basically like a.
It's kind of like
a rubber canoe.
Raft. Oh, look, you got your thumbs up. Did it work? No, I don't know. Well, whatever. And so I was towing him, unless he turned around, but he wasn't really steering or anything. And every time I was kind of going really good, he would swing me all around, and then I'd be going backwards, and I was like, what are you doing? And so I knew it wasn't his fault or anything, but let me tell you what, that was a test of patience. And
so my tube, when I grew up tubing, we would take an inner tube, from a car tire, and we'd float down the creek or whatever. These are the bigger tubes with the seat basically on them and all that kind of stuff, and ropes. And so I tied the rope to her little blow up canoe.
Well, it was more rafty than
raft,
canoey.
whatever it was. And so, yeah, she was steering and leading because I didn't have any way to do it.
Just
and
his
she
hands.
ended up, yeah, I would get caught by the current and swing past her, and I'd spin her around, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Destination Fun mentioned Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
And did you say Gatlinburg? I know you said Sierraville, but
yeah, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Sevierville.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half driving through the park, or you can go on the highway. Either way, it takes about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
The only difference is going through the park, you start in Gatlinburg, whereas going from the highway, you start in Sevierville. So when you're going through.
Oh my God.
You all right there?
No, I have a cramp in my toe.
So, and then of course there's other things that you can do around here, right? So you've got lots of little mountain towns. So let's talk about those. So
Yes.
You've got Cherokee.
Yes.
The Cherokee Indian Reservation.
And that's fun to kind of go for the day with the family. Yeah. And they have Mingo Falls that's not too much of a strenuous walk. That's very nice.
There's waterfalls everywhere. There's waterfalls
Eddie.
Hey, we got Eddie to go in.
And then you've got gem mining, gold panning, and all the stuff like that. Lots and lots of shops.
Not too far from us, there's this mountain that basically they'll just dig dirt out of it, and they come out with garnets and emeralds and rubies and all kinds of other stuff. So they'll just take this pay dirt, and they've got all these places where you can just wash that pay dirt and see what kind of gemstones you come up with.
And it's kind of cool because if you do buy, they have certain packages and stuff, and if you like gems, they actually put some gems on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
but still, I mean, they're not
quartz and amethyst and stuff like that.
But still,
yeah,
and citrine I think is on there too.
Citrine,
yeah. But
semi-precious gemstones, but
right.
you can do that, or you can pan for gold, because there's gold in them there hills. There's gold around here.
We've never really done it. We've done the gems.
We've always done the gems.
Yeah. Okay, so what else?
Okay, well, I didn't finish with Cherokee, but basically there are a number of gem mining things around this area.
Fishing. Let's not forget trout fishing. If you're a fisherman.
Well, can I finish with Cherokee before you go moving on to new subjects?
I'm like my brain.
Golly.
I know.
So, of course, the Cherokee Indian Reservation. If you've never been, it's definitely worth a trip. You've got some of that old-timey mountain type feel because you've got a lot of the older shops that are there that sell all of the crazy souvenirs, and then you've got some of the real history. So you can go to the Oconaluftee Indian Village that has actual recreations or recreations of the longhouses and things like that the Cherokee lived in here in the mountains. And of course, this is where the Cherokee originally lived before the Trail of Tears, and they were most of them were moved to Oklahoma. Some hid out in the mountains and stayed here. You can go to Unto These Hills, which is the drama that talks about that. And if you like gambling, of course, there's the Harris Cherokee Casino, which they've got two in Western North Carolina, but one is in Cherokee, and it's only about 25 minutes or so away from here. So nice, big casino with all the table games and
gambling. What?
Now you're paying attention. There you go. So yeah, they've got. In fact, I worked at that casino briefly for about a month as a blackjack dealer.
Picked up bad habits.
Yeah,
that he still has.
Yeah,
but anyway.
It's
there's lots of restaurants.
Lots of restaurants. Yeah, the best restaurants without going to Asheville are definitely at the casino.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good restaurants, but I mean the higher end restaurants. You want a Roost Chris, well, you got to go to the casino for that.
Why only 1 month, Corey?
Because I was working part-time at the casino. I was making good money, but I got a call from a former employer who wanted me to come back and work for him. And so I said, all right.
It was a better fit.
It was a better fit. Gave me health insurance and,
mm-hmm.
Full-time pay and all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, that was a fun period in my life.
He was working in the middle of the night, so
yeah,
he's not a night person. So it didn't, no.
Yeah, and I did have the sunrise shift at the casino, so I was
mm-hmm.
working from 1 a.m. till 9 a.m.
Yeah,
and it was kind of fun, but it was part-time, and but I took that because I kind of wanted to work part-time because I was still working. This was in the early stages of our brewery, and I was still working full-time basically at the brewery. I was going in on my days off and brewing, going in after work,
right,
taking care of all the stuff that you have to take care of in a brewery. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Moving on. What else?
Moving on. So yeah, there's a lot of things to do in Cherokee. And of course, Lori mentioned trout fishing. So if you're into trout fishing or fishing in general, Jackson County or Silva is, is it Jackson County or Silva? Trout capital of North Carolina is what they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have.
Might be Jackson.
We have rainbow trout and brook trout,
brown
trout, and they do. You always see the fly fishermen out there. We actually took a fly fishing trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my brother out.
A guided fly fishing trip.
Not that he watches us, but I'm gonna call him out. He said he was coming to visit. Okay, he's never been here. And I was like, all right.
8 years.
Yeah.
Her brother still hadn't come to visit.
And so I said, okay, you want to come? Yeah. What do he wants to go fish. Big fisherman, loves fishing. Okay. So I set it up with a guide that we can go, trout fish and do the whole thing. And we had to put the deposit down. So I put the deposit down because there were 4 people. So it was, half of each. And so they ended up not coming. And since we had the deposit in, it pretty much paid for us to go. So we ended up going, and let me tell you what, we caught a lot of fish that day.
We did.
And I was sending them pictures going, oh, look what you're missing out on. Ha.
Yeah.
And so
I'd never been fly fishing.
Me neither. And they taught us how to do a couple different casts, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, because most of our rivers and streams around here are fairly narrow, and you got lots of trees that overhang the banks. So
and they gave us all the gear and the waders and the boots, and so
yeah. So anyway, all that to say, you kind of have to learn how to use a fly rod in these mountain streams, because you're not gonna sit there and have these big long casts and things. You get hung up.
Mm-hmm.
So had to learn how to do those slingshot things.
So that's a lot of fun if you guys like to do that. And you can also fish while you're kayaking or tubing down the Tuck. Or I don't know if you can do it in the other ones though, but you can on the Tuck.
Yeah, and
it's just slow enough that
it's slow enough because you're just
catch something. It may not pull you out of your boat.
I mean, the Tuck is so calm and leisurely. It's people float down the river, drinking beer or whatever.
And then there's a little swimming area like halfway down or whatever. And then you could jump off a rock and it's deep enough to actually jump.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Hello, Mr. Smith.
Scott.
Driving and listening.
Good evening. Welcome in.
Talking about all the fun things to do in Western North Carolina if anybody ever makes it out this way.
Yep.
And let's just say it's very central, which you kind of mentioned about.
It is.
Gatlinburg and being, like an hour and a half or whatever. You got Knoxville, it's 2 hours. Atlanta's 2.5 hours.
Right.
Charlotte's 3 hours.
Well, Knoxville is about an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Or maybe an hour 45.
Yeah.
But
so it's central to bigger places as well.
Yeah.
Asheville is our quote unquote big city. Mm-hmm. That's about 45 minutes.
Yep. So it's very central. We've got Smoky Mountains National Park. You've got all of the streams and waterways. You've got the hiking. You've got mountain biking.
Bike.
Yeah.
You can rent bikes and,
yeah.
also do that kind of stuff. And I
then,
know
of course,
that they're working
all the
on
other
doing
towns
more
that are
outdoor
around
stuff
here.
as well.
Yeah.
Recreation. The Greenway.
Yeah.
If, you just want to get outside and kind of walk along the water.
You got Maggie Valley, which is about 20, 25 minutes away.
Yeah.
Which is
a nice little touristy area.
Yeah, nice little touristy area. They have lots of, between Maggie Valley and Cherokee, they have a lot of those festivals that draw a lot of people, like the Jeep Fests and the Bike Fests and those kind of things.
That's where we did our Jeep videos. If you guys
our
watched
Jeep
that,
videos were in
and they have
Maggie
a pretty
Valley.
cool gem shop that our grandson Kingman likes to go to.
Okay,
because he likes rocks, and we haven't been there in a while. But yeah, so Maggie Valley. That's not too far away.
And then, of course, Waynesville.
Well, wait, in Maggie Valley, if you go a little further, there's Cataloochee ski area.
Yeah, wintertime,
so in the winter, you can
Cataloochee
you can ski
area, which is the only skiing around us, really. Anywhere close to us. I mean, I guess you could go up to like Boone or something, and like Beach Mountain or something up there, but around us, that's about it.
It's a lot closer than Boone, though.
Yeah,
but yes.
Because we don't get much snow here.
No. Well, not at our elevation.
Not at our elevation, no. Yeah. I mean, we're only at about 2,200 feet here.
Yeah, maybe.
So
nestled in the kind of we're protected
nestled in a nice protected valley. Yes.
Yeah. So we don't really get too much extreme weather.
Yeah. So we mention all this because sometime within the next month or so, I'd say, we're probably going to be putting together a video of our hometown.
Maybe a couple videos, because there's a couple different towns that have some pretty cool stuff too.
Yeah. But I mean, we haven't done a video on Silva yet.
Correct.
We've gotten captured a lot of stuff here and there, like Silva
has the most photographed.
Yeah, we have the most photographed courthouse in the state. Which it's not a courthouse anymore. It's now the public library.
Still a really cool building.
Really cool building. Was built in
1914, I think.
Yeah, sometime around in there. But in Silva, every summer from Memorial Day to Labor Day, every Friday night we have concerts on the creek.
7 to 9, and it's at this place called Bridge Park. So it's a little park, and behind it's the water.
Free concert.
Yeah, it's a free concert. It's very family friendly, pet friendly.
Great bands.
There's food. There's drinks. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. Other towns around us. I mentioned Franklin. Of course, there's Highlands, North Carolina. Highlands and Cashers, which are kind of the ritzy areas.
I wouldn't put it that way.
That's where all the rich people go.
Yeah. If you have a lot of money and you want to spend it, you go up there.
Yeah. That's where the hotels start at like $500 a night.
Yeah. I mean, they're nice areas too.
Yeah. Hotel resorts.
Lots of stuff to do.
Lots of stuff there.
Yeah. And then did you mention Waynesville?
Yeah, I mentioned Waynesville briefly.
Yeah.
They call themselves the gateway to the Smokies, but
bougie. Yeah. It's very bougie.
Bougie, yes.
But bougie. All right. And so what else?
What else? Well, lots of outdoor recreation around here for sure.
You said that, yeah.
Yeah. And of course, if you just want to drive and enjoy the sights,
you go up on the parkway. There's
on the Blue Ridge Parkway
and stuff, and I think isn't it higher than 5,000 feet? Maybe not in Jackson County. You cross the line or something and go higher.
I think
it was a little higher.
What is it? Mount Mitchell, I think, is not Mount Mitchell.
I got him thinking, y'all.
Clingman's Dome, isn't it?
It's not called Clingman's Dome anymore.
Oh, is it not?
Oh. There's a different name now. It's I want to say it's a Cherokee name now.
Oh,
but I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. They just changed it recently.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what's your favorite thing to do? And like if we wanted to go out and do some recreational something or other, what would you do?
I just going out and getting in nature.
Just being outside.
I like going on hikes. Of course, here in Jackson County, it's a little bit, we are the steepest county in the state, so any of your hikes are going to be pretty extreme elevation changes.
I'm surprised you didn't say play pickleball.
Well, there's always pickleball.
What would you guys like to see? Were you pickleball addicts, guys?
There's always time for pickleball.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you've got Biltmore. If anybody likes that kind of thing,
if you want to go over to Asheville.
There's a lot of camping sites, RV sites. There are a lot of them on the water.
That's what a lot of people come up here to do. Is especially in the spring and fall, is to go camping, because you can get out in nature. There's plenty of basically free or rustic campsites along either along the trails, like Pinnacle Park.
God, I mean, they've got everywhere.
They've got rustic campsites in Pinnacle Park that you can.
Oh, that's not too far from the house.
See, we
could have done that.
Could have, yeah. I haven't.
I just mentioned to him the other day I wanted to go camping, and we're like, "Well, when are we going to go camping? We have so many things going on,
so much stuff
and festivals. There's festivals all the time.
Oh yeah, I mean Hendersonville. I think did they just have their Apple Festival, or is it coming up? I don't know. There's so many festivals.
There's an Oktoberfest
coming out. An Oktoberfest in
Steins and Wines,
not too far away.
There's so many festivals, especially in the spring and the fall. In the winter, there's a little less to do, but there's still some things to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Football. That's what everybody comes in town for, is home football games. So
WCU home games.
WCU.
Yeah. Although I heard they didn't do so good on Saturday.
Yeah, they never do any good.
Festivals for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus.
Yeah. So yeah, we're going to be working on that video. It should be coming out before too long, where we can highlight our town and show you guys around, show you all the stuff that there is to do.
We should do a Christmas one too. When I'm just saying, you were talking about doing the video, but we should.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take the video that we've shot over the entire, year and a half that we've been shooting video, and all the local videos that we've got, and bring them in together. And we're just going to probably go around town, talk about different things, and put together a video showing you different seasons and times of the year, and all the things to see here in Sylva. And of course, show you the place that you got to come
Falls Brewing.
If you come to Sylva, you got to come say hello to us at Balsam Falls.
Yes, you do.
So
let us know you're coming, though. Make sure that we're there.
Yeah, absolutely. Monday through Friday. Well, we don't live too far away, but we got to know. All right, CCA. Yes, I understand 5 a.m. does come early.
Yes, it does.
Luckily, I don't have to get up that early tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be up by 7, though. What else we got to talk about? What else can we say about our beautiful mountain home?
Well, I mean, I'm going to go back to Biltmore real quick, because there's,
back to Asheville.
It's not, well, it's because it's not only 45 miles. Biltmore is probably about an hour, because it's a little further, but they have trails there also, and they have water, and it's, they got gardens and the house visit, and then there's tours, and there's a winery, and so there's lots of stuff just to do there. You could spend the whole day there as well.
Yeah. Biltmore is pretty neat, especially if you've never been there before. See what the uber rich lived like 125, 30 years ago.
That long ago?
Yeah, it was the 1890s, I think, is when they finished building it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to think of some of the things that, I do and stuff like that. Like we get together. I'm a season pass holder at Biltmore, so I tend to go there quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Catalucci, getting out in nature. And yeah.
There's definitely a lot of stuff to see.
Festivals are fun. We have farmers markets, but everybody's got farmers markets and stuff. But we got that, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Anything else?
You
guys got any questions for us?
Yeah. Got any questions? Throw them in chat, and we'll be glad to answer them. But yeah, I mean, we are very centrally located.
Mm-hmm.
It's real easy to base out of Silva. That's why so many people come here. They base here, and then they 30 minutes they can be to something completely different.
Yeah.
And
even less than
a new adventure. So, or even take a day trip up to Pigeon Forge and go to Dollywood, or Gatlinburg and go to Anarchista.
Oh, where was that other place that we went to? With the kids.
That was Gatlinburg. We went to Anarchista.
No, the other one, the Santa.
Santaland is in Cherokee. Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be that time of the year, but that was fun.
Yeah, it's year round pretty much, but it was kind of an old fashioned amusement park.
Oh, yeah,
old being the key term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was very affordable.
Yeah, it was very affordable.
If you want to do something with the family, keep the kids busy
petting
for a couple
zoo
hours.
And yeah. Ferris wheels and
Biltmore also has petting.
Oh, did they?
Petting area, yeah.
Okay. And of course, we went over to the alpaca farm in Waynesville.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Pretty cool. That's only 15 minutes away from our house.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, there's lots of things like that you can do in this area.
Live music,
and of course the Jeep trails.
Yeah.
Plenty of Jeep trails.
There's that.
We've done.
I thought about that the other day when we went down a couple trails, or off the road, because I did that at Catalucci later on too.
Oh, really?
And I had that thought of, I haven't done any kind of trails in like a year or two. So it was kind of nice to kind of get on a trail and
see how you handle it.
Yeah, and they're like a little bigger than just a single road, and so when another car is coming, and you're like, pull all the way.
Well, most of the Jeep trails are single track, so
yeah,
you can go head in one direction and that's it.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but fun.
Yeah, fun stuff. Well.
What if you don't like outdoorsy stuff? What else is there to do?
Oh, wow. If you don't like
that was a good question, folks.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty to do inside. If you go to the casino.
Yeah. They have a bowling alley in the casino also.
The casino, other than the smaller venues and things like that, the bars and the restaurants and things like that.
Yeah.
The casino in Cherokee is kind of like the big deal around here, because you've got a dozen or more kind of high-end restaurants there. You've got what is it? Is it Guy's or
Guy Fieri's?
Guy Fieri's burger place is there. One of the,
we'll just say there's a lot of restaurants there.
Gordon Ramsay kitchen or something there. There's all kinds of different restaurants.
You got the Fun Factory in Franklin.
Yeah, but I mean, you throw us somewhere else when we're still talking about the casino, because not only do you have the gambling there, but they've got the theater there that has all kinds of concerts and things. So you've got if a big name performer comes to this area, they're going to be playing at the casino. Mm-hmm. They've got, of course, the bowling alley. They've got the bars and restaurants. They've got all kinds of shopping there. So that's kind of one of the biggest indoor attractions in the area. And then, of course, like you said, the Fun Factory for kids stuff, I guess.
Oh man, you were jumping on the mat and the trampolines and stuff.
Was I?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
Trish did.
All right.
I guess that's all. Anything else
I
indoors?
don't know of anything else.
I mean, you can always do the ale trail because that's fun.
Yeah, if you like breweries, we've got plenty of breweries around too.
Yeah, we do.
Because we've got 2 breweries in Silva and 1 brewery tap room in Silva. Their actual brewery is
in Franklin,
a town over. Franklin's got 2 breweries. Highlands has a brewery. Cashers has a brewery. Bryson City has 1 or 2 breweries. I'm not sure what they're at right now.
There's 2 because I think Bryson Brewing's down there now.
There was one in Cherokee, but I'm not sure if they're still open or not.
Yeah, they are.
It's hard to keep up. Waynesville's got 2 or 3. I don't know.
We don't get out much.
Well, Canton has 1. So
Hazelwood has 1.
Hazelwood?
Yeah, it's by Papa and Beers, right?
Yeah, but that's not a
Hazelwood?
brewery. That's just a tap room.
Oh, that's true. It is just a tap room.
But yeah, so there's plenty of breweries. I mean, not just Balsam Falls, but lots of other guys too.
And then, you can always search something in it and it's going to come up and you'll find it because there is a lot of things and a lot of places around here. So it's not just, if you want a small town, you can get a small town. If you want more of a city, you can get that too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things for everybody.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Well, guys, I think we covered pretty much everything we can think of to talk about for this area, but we'll be getting some video out within the next month or so.
And we'll be able to show you what we're
your parents live in Wilmington.
Ah.
Okay, that's on the other side of the state from us. About 6 hours away, probably. 5 to 6, yeah.
And just as a fun fact, he said we were very central. From where we are to the coast, it's about 8 hours.
No, right? Wilmington's on the coast, so that's about 6 hours.
Yeah. But if you go to Ocracoke and the
well, that's okay.
But yeah,
that's the Outer Banks.
So the Outer Banks, it's 8 hours. We can actually get to the beaches in South Carolina faster than we can get to the beaches in North Carolina, right?
pretty close, yeah. Because of the way
from where we are,
the way the states, the coastline slopes inwards, yeah.
But we can get to Tennessee in a hot skip and a jump.
Yeah, we can. We'll be across the border to Tennessee in 45 minutes or less. So. But
as long as it takes us to get to Asheville, the other way.
Pretty much.
But yeah, just a little fun facts about that. And did you say all the facts that you said about Jackson County and stuff? Were you good with all of that?
Yeah, we're the steepest county in the state.
Yeah. Okay.
Made up from the leftovers of other counties.
My home. Boop. I didn't show it. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well,
thanks y'all for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for coming out tonight, guys. I guess that's about all we've got to talk about.
Yeah.
So we will be back next week with something else on the agenda. We'll have to see what that happens to be.
Yeah.
Don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. If you guys get any suggestions, feel free to throw them out there.
Yeah. And if you ever do come to Silva,
or even the surrounding area.
Or the surrounding area.
Gatlinburg's an hour and a half, we can always meet and stuff.
Make sure you come by, say hello to us.
Let us know you're coming.
We just heard this past week, probably since our last one, that we got another medal on one of our beers.
Oh.
And North Carolina Brewers, what the heck was that competition?
The North Carolina
Brewers Cup. And North Carolina Brewers Cup, that our Vienna Lager just won a silver medal. So yay, you got to come in and try it.
I hate that. I can't see
called Wiener Party.
It's a Vienna Lager, y'all.
The Vienna Lager, yeah. All right, guys. We will call it a night with that. Until next time, from peaks to tides.
We'll see you on the next ride. Oh,
see you guys.
Damn, thought I had it the right way.